Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
When Benavidez gets cooking, it's like fighting an octopus.
El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
Everybody that's in 168, I'm coming for everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. Charlo, Caleb Plant, Canelo, I'm coming for all of them.
Canelo, hell of a fighter. But it's my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez.
I think everybody wants to see me against Canelo, right?
David Benavidez.
Yo, he used to be.
This brother right here, I'd like to see Canelo against somebody like that.
I definitely like punishing and hurting individuals. That's what I love to do.
And now Benavidez unloading.
I got a lot of power too, and I throw punches and punches, and I don't get tired.
The jab leads with the right, and there's that hand speed.
I'm ready to fight whoever, whenever. I can beat Canelo tomorrow, and I can beat Charlo tomorrow too.
The big Charlo want to get it too?
So Charlo would be the alternative?
He don't want to get in the ring with me because he's a pussy, that's why.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
I've never liked Caleb Plant. It's never been a secret. I never liked Caleb Plant. At the end of the day, I'm not nobody's friend right here. I don't want to be nobody's friend. I'm here to knock people out. And if you don't want to get knocked out, don't mention my name. In this game, it really is kill or be killed. It's either you or me, and I pick me all the time.
Finish him.
SDS Promotion.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
When Benavidez gets cooking, it's like fighting an octopus.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside the one, the only, Daniel Alvarez. What's going on, champ?
Brother, how you feeling?
I'm doing all right. And yourself?
Man, I can't complain. We got another flagship show.
Another flagship show. You sound so depressed.
Nah, it's just been a long day, but we're gonna talk.
You was just napping like a baby.
I was trying.
Trying.
The lights were kind of bright.
The lights was bright.
Like my future.
Oh, that's right.
Oof.
Or like this bet I'm gonna make today. I'm gonna bet an entire 100. Let me see what I got in the kitty. Kitty, what's left in the kitty? Cause this fucking shit is so slow. All right, we'll wait for that to populate. But I'm pretty sure it's $111.98.
You putting the whole thing?
Say what?
Let it ride, baby. We in Vegas.
On who? What's the parlay, champ?
It's too early in the show to let you know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it. And I'm going to actually show you that I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to place the bet live.
All right, if you won't tell the people, at least let them know from what card. Is it from the Dazn card?
Bo.
Come on, get him out of here.
Oh.
You move him out of here.
Come on, man.
No.
Yo, today we're here to discuss David Benavidez versus David Lemieux.
Speaking of David Benavidez, we got a 199 super chat from Average Boxing Fan who says, please stop with Mexican monster BS. He ain't Mexicano.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, shocked me.
The hate is real. Why? It's always your kind trying to push you away. You know what I'm saying? But, Bo.
Yes, sir.
I think that we need a poll.
Right away. On way.
What deserved to be in the title more? Was it Buatsi versus Richards or Herring versus Ortiz? Because truly me and Danny struggled to decide. We know our friend Craig Richards is in a big main event with Joshua Buatsi, but there's no title on the line. Neither of them are world champions or former world champions. So it was questionable and or debatable. Danny, care to?
Yeah, I mean, I felt that, I don't know, the Buatsi fight and with Richards maybe a bit more at stake, you know?
It's actually Ortiz versus Herring, since Ortiz is the A side.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this guy.
I don't know. That must be a typo. They won't never. No, but you're right, because Ortiz is actually the favorite, too. That's why we putting some money on somebody with somebody else and then might cross that with another body.
And you're going to place the bet live on the show.
I'm screen sharing the bet when it's time to make the bet.
This is going to be good.
And I'm letting the whole kitty ride. It's either ride or die.
So about 1,500, you said?
Ooh, there is 5 digits.
Including the cents?
Yes. Yes. Yo, so you can screen share that. Look. 111.98.
That look like a lucky number, though.
We gonna play that. We gonna let that whole thing ride. You good? Take it down. Take it down, down. All right. So, where do we start, gentlemen?
We could start across the pond.
Really?
With the...
Why? Because it's like you want to do it in order? Because like we're going to have to see that one first?
Or we could start across the pond very, very, very
Man,
far
you really
away.
like that fight, huh?
Hold on, listen. Very, very, very far away.
Uh-huh.
Down under in Australia.
Okay, you want to go to there? For the people that might not listen to the earlier show.
Let's go to our first guest, no?
Oh, well, not yet.
Not
6 minutes.
Oh,
6 minutes. 6 minutes.
All right.
6 minutish. Yeah. But first on the schedule is Plant City, Florida. Tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow.
Versus Jean Pascal. 12-round light heavyweight fight. No belts on the line. I don't know if there's any mentions of eliminators, but all in all, it's still a good fight. Fei Long Meng needs this fight on his resume to make a name for himself here in America and obviously in his home country of China and Canada, because if he defeats Pascal is a resident of Quebec, but I think he lives in Montreal. And Pascal is, I don't know how old right now, but he does have quite a few fights. He's 35-6 with 1 draw, and he is coming off of a very long layoff. He hasn't fought since the Badu Jack fight, December 28th, 2019. So that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that was co-main for Gervonta Davis and Gamboa down in Atlanta. And remember, he popped hot going into the rematch.
Mm-hmm.
So
that is what's going to be on Plant City. Now, in order to watch that, you have to get the ProBox app, and it's $199 a month. I guess it's worth it. You know, if you like boxing, it's $1 a person, right? Like, you know, $199, and really, it's not even $1 because that you'll pay the $2 for this month and get everything else that comes in this month.
Yeah, and nobody too big outside of the main event, but Antonio Moran is on the card as well. So somebody of note.
And speaking of note, we got the Jan Beck Alakmalani. I don't know how to name it, but you get it. The dude that was supposed to fight Andre, and Andre decided to move up to fight Parker. Then all of a sudden he got hurt, so he can't come back down to fight this guy. Because remember, Haney has been showing you he's a true champion for a long time, right? They like to say this is the Haney voice, but no, this is just the voice of the truth. Haney was injured, was placed champion in recess. His belt was about to go up for grabs, and he stepped up and said, nah, my shoulder's good. I'll rock and roll. That's not what's happening here. You see, Andre went up. Oh, fight didn't happen. He's not coming back saying, hey, no need for an interim champion. True champ's right here. Nah, that's not what happened. So pay attention. Whoa. Remember, Bo's on all sound bites. Put the picture of Bo. There you go.
Not all sound bites, like 90% of them, though. That was
99.99.
That was me. It sounded like what it sounded like.
So John Beck will be fighting Danny Dignam, and this is going to be for the vacant WBO interim world title, which, again, if Andre doesn't claim his spot, they will eventually elevate Mr. Johnny Beck.
Or Dignam.
Oh, really? Dignam sounds to me like the other number one in the WBA. Not that this is the WBA, this is the opposite of WBO, but what was the fight we just seen last week? It was a number one. Oh, yeah, it was Zurdo. Dominic Bozel.
Bozel?
Yeah. Isn't it Bozel?
I don't know. Bozel
or something? I don't know. But I am going to be tuned into this ESPN card. Let me get on my ESPN and give you the exact time they have the main card scheduled for. And then I guess ring walk. Danny, I don't know. Can you start guesstimating ring walks for Jamel Herring? I am super interested in the Jamel Herring fight. I want to make sure that not only do I watch that, but I do a live fight chat, you know? I want to do the live fight chat for that sucker. I want to see what's up with Herring, man. I want to know what's he going to do. What's he going to do? Okay, so they got weigh-ins.
1 minute until our superstar guest.
They have it scheduled for Saturday at 5 p.m., Danny. So that's actually late because, you know, they usually like to put a lot of fighters on the card. And according to the schedule, there are a lot of fighters on the card. After Johnny Beck, you got Jamel Herring versus Jermaine Ortiz, who is exactly who I want to see. Then you got Tiger Johnson with the dreaded TBA. Never know how those turn out. Adam Lopez, Blue Nose back.
Where are you at? Because Boxrec has an opponent for
Tiger?
Yeah.
Who do you got? I'm on ESPN.
Agustin Herbaldo Kurkarchi.
Okay. And then we got Adam Lopez taking on William Encarnacion. And Carlos Balderas, the 2016 Olympian, looks like he's back versus Ruben what is that? Severas?
Cervera, yep. Steve Nelson going up against Louis Rose.
In an 8-round fight. Jesse Magdaleno is back, and he's going to be taking on Eddie Valencia Mercado in an 8-round featherweight fight. Wow. Former champion in the 8-round. Whoa. No soundbite? Andrew Moloney.
All right.
All the way from down under. How's it going, Mr. Moloney?
I'm really good, mate. How are you?
We're good, man. Excited to have you on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
So what time is it exactly over there?
It's 9:15 in the morning here. So just about to head off to training as soon as we're done here and continue the work.
So what's a day in training like for you?
We usually train a bit earlier. We usually start at 7:30 in the morning. That session's our big session. So we do about 3 hours in the gym in the morning. Come home, have breakfast, freshen up, spend some time with my family, and then head back to the gym about 3 p.m. And put in some more work. And in between that, sometimes got some recovery sessions or lighter sessions in between that as well, which is just sort of basic strength conditioning at this stage. Nothing too strenuous. We're only 2 weeks out, so we're getting close.
For sure. So now this is going to be an 8-round fight. This is your second 8-rounder, right?
Yeah, it's interesting.
In a row, and I mean in a row.
Yeah. Which feels weird for me. Like anything under 12 now just feels so short. Like 8 rounds is a breeze for me. I feel like I can do that, any time of the year when I'm not in camp at all. So, that's a short fight for me, but I plan on going there and hopefully getting it done even sooner than that.
It was a quick turnaround for you nonetheless. Obviously, they wanted to get yourself and your brother on the card in Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
So 2-month turnaround. Any effects that you're feeling from that? Because you did get the knockout in the 8th and last round in your last fight.
Yeah, no, not at all. I'm really happy that I've been able to be so active over the last 6 months or so. I fought in December here in Australia, and then straight back out in April and again in June. So I'm really happy that I've been able to be active, because I feel like I'm at my best when I'm active and fighting, more often. I'm in the gym all year round, training hard, every day of the year. So I want to be active. I hate being in the gym and training when I don't have something to work towards. So for me, it just gives me more motivation to have a fight date and to have an opponent to train for. So, I'm loving being active. I got through the last fight with no injuries at all. The hands were like a little bit sore after that fight. So had 1 week off from punching and then straight back into the gym. And I was already super fit, so I just had to maintain where I was at for this fight and, continue sparring and just, sharpen up and put a game plan towards this opponent. But the fitness levels were already there.
Now, do you think this is exactly what your body needed after those 26 tough rounds with Joshua Franco?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, more than anything, I want to be back at that level. I want to be fighting for world titles as soon as possible. So I just want to be climbing up those rankings and putting myself back in a position to fight for a world title. So the best way to do that is to stay active and to keep climbing those rankings. So that's exactly what I'm doing.
115 is definitely heating up, but go ahead, Danny. I'm sorry.
No, it is heating up, and I wanted to ask you about Joshua's brother, Jesse. Bam Rodriguez moved up and beat Carlos Cuadras, and now is fighting Soran Visay next month. What'd you make of him moving up and his performance and now staying at 15 versus where most people like myself thought he was going back down to 112?
Yeah, that was impressive. Bam's a very good fighter. Quite a different style to Joshua Franco, but yeah, a very good fighter. I actually expected him to win that fight against Cuadras, which, got to give him credit, step up. I think it was 2 weight divisions to what he normally fights at and take that fight. Even though he was supposed to be on that card already, so he was already doing a training camp, but it was sort of last minute that he was thrown in there against Cuadras for the world title and, yeah, pulled off a great win. But, yeah, like you, I expected him to move back down in weight after that fight. But obviously, as you mentioned, there's so many big fights at super flyweight, so many big names in this division that probably made sense for him, especially financially, to stay in that division and defend his belt. So that's what he's doing.
He says that he felt Soran Visay deserved the opportunity given that he was originally supposed to be fighting, and is excited for a lot of big fights. How well do you think he compares in the division these days? Because I find the division really interesting. There's a lot of veterans like Chocolatito, like Estrada, like Cuadras in the division, guys like yourself and your brother who, I feel like right now are still kind of at the peak of your career, and then up and coming guys like Joshua Franco and Bam Rodriguez. So how do you think he fares with everything going on in the division?
Yeah, it certainly is a stacked division at the moment, and he's just becoming more and more stacked as guys like Bam move up and other guys come up from flyweight. Yeah, I think that he beats Rungvisai. I think that he does it quite easily. Rungvisai carries a lot of power, but I don't think he's got the skills to be able to compare with Bam. I think Bam would just be too tricky, too smart, too clever for him in the ring. And I expect him to defend that title again. It's going to be interesting, his next step after that fight. I assume that it's going to be against someone like a Chocolatito or a Estrada, which they're going to be the real test for him at that division.
Absolutely. For you, though, after June 5th, what fight do you think puts you in position for a fight like maybe a Bam to where you could contend for a world title?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough at this stage. I've just got to be a little bit patient, but I want to fight for a world title as soon as possible. So whichever champion I can get the opportunity to fight is what I want. I'm happy to fight any super flyweight in the world. I'm happy to travel to their backyard. I'm happy to do whatever it takes to have that opportunity. As we touched on there, it seems like the WBC situation is a little bit sort of tricky at the moment. They got a franchise champion in Estrada and a regular champion with Bam, and mandatories that were due and things like that. So I think the quickest route for me to world title is probably through the WBO or IBF or even the WBA. I'm at number 5 as well. So my plan after this fight is to, if I can't get one of those champions, is to hopefully be in an eliminator next fight and to make myself mandatory for one of those champions.
Absolutely. But first things first, June 5th, talk to us, Melbourne. They're saying 50,000, give or take, are expected. I'm hoping. I'm kind of going through a Bill Haney thing here. I'm hoping everything is clear and I can head down under. How excited are you to be able to perform in front of all those fans?
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited for this. It's going to be maybe the biggest show ever in Australian boxing history. They're expecting a massive crowd of somewhere between 50 and 60,000, which is just going to be huge. And I'm really grateful that I get to be part of this card alongside my brother and both showcase to Australia, what we can do in the ring, because we've been abroad for the last few years and fought mainly in the US for the last 3 years. So I sort of feel like we've been a little bit forgotten about here in Australia. So this is our opportunity to really showcase what we're all about and to then have all these fans then follow our journey going forward. And we're both going to be in really exciting fights on that night. I'm taking on Alexander Espinoza, who's from Nicaragua. He's a very good fighter. And for those who've seen him, he really comes to fight. He's going to come, bring a lot of pressure, throw a lot of punches. So the fans going to be in for a treat. I expect a war. I think by doing that and throwing so many punches, he does leave a lot of openings. So there's some opportunities for me to land something big and to get him out of there. And that's what I plan on doing.
How important was it for you to be on this card?
Yeah, it's extremely important. Although I love fighting in America, I still feel like that is the pinnacle of the sport. The big fights in America is what I dreamed about growing up. But I do still love fighting in front of my hometown and my friends and family here in Australia. And I haven't really had the opportunity to do that much over the last few years. So it's important for me to do that because I enjoy it, but also, to keep a bit of a fan base here in Australia, which I do feel like we're being forgotten about a little bit over the last few years. So I want to remind the fans of, the skill that I have and the type of fighter I am.
And you spoke about this being the biggest fight in Australian history. Would that make George the greatest Australian fighter if he gets this win and truly undisputes?
Yeah, I mean, there's an argument there. There's always an argument with who's the best from ever or at any time or any pound for pound list. But I think most people regard Jeff Fenech as the best Australian of all time at this stage. He was a 3-division world champion, should have been 4. But becoming undisputed champion is certainly, an argument that George might take that throne. I sort of didn't get to see, Jeff Fenech in his prime. I've watched back his fights, but it's hard comparing different eras. But it certainly is a case that, you could argue that.
Has Fenech brought a fight of this magnitude to Australia? I didn't follow his career. He's before my time.
I believe he fought in Melbourne in front of 30,000 on a footy field there against Zuma Nelson in the second fight. No, sorry. No, it wasn't Zuma Nelson. It was someone else, but he did have big fights here in Australia in front of big crowds like that. Yeah, I mean, I can't compare. I wasn't sort of following.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, but he did fight in front of big crowds here in Australia. And he was a three division world champion. So and I believe, he took out some very good fighters in his time as well. So guys that were rated, top pound for pound fighters in their time. So I don't know. It's hard to always compare different eras, but if George can win this fight, it's certainly huge for Australian boxing.
Jeff French fought Zuma Nelson 3 times. First time was a draw. Second time it was a TKO loss for French, and the third time Fennec?
Yeah.
Not Jeff French.
No.
Well, Jeff French is the one who fought Zuma Nelson.
Oh yeah, well he looked up the wrong guy.
Yeah, no, it's pronounced Fennec, but it does look like Fennec. But it
Oh yeah, it is Fennec.
When they fought again. The third time was sort of like an exhibition fight. It was sort of, I think Zuma was like 40 something years old, and Jeff was close to that himself. Sort of like an exhibition, like it was. I wouldn't classify that as a proper fight, but Jeff did win that fight.
The third one in 2008.
So, is there any buzz for your fight and for the event itself right now? Are you feeling it, or is it still too far out? Because we're in Las Vegas, and even for Canelo, the city doesn't start jumping at least till Monday, Tuesday, depending who he's fighting.
Yeah. I mean, it feels a little bit like that now. I think Haney got to Australia yesterday, I think it was. So I think now Haney's in the country. They'll start to do press conferences and things like that, and the hype will really start to build up. But yeah, at this stage, you probably can't feel that fight atmosphere. I'm just excited myself for this fight, and obviously just focusing on training at the moment and making sure that I bring my best performance that night.
And have you heard if it's truly sold out? I believe George has tweeted some things indicating that it's sold out.
It's not quite sold out now. I know they have sold a lot of the sort of the main tickets on the floor area. It's in a huge stadium. It's in a football stadium. So all the floor tickets and sort of ringside tickets are all sold out, but there is still seats available in the stands. But yeah, it's a massive stadium. It could probably hold 70,000 or even more. So yeah, if they can get close to filling that, it's going to be an amazing atmosphere.
Wow, 70? Man, that's Canelo numbers.
Yeah.
Are you expecting something that big, that great, a number that big?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Similar to myself and my brother George was abroad for quite a few years before he got hold of those belts. So he was sort of a little bit forgotten about here in Australia until that huge win against Teofimo. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can draw a big crowd in this fight. Maybe it'll take, this fight to really introduce him to the Australian sporting fans, and then the next fight he can sell out. But I expect him to do at least maybe 40 to 50,000 on this event.
So I'm looking at a tweet here from Michael Buffer's verified account, who says he can't wait to once again visit Australia and that this event will be massive with 55,000 fans. So we shall see. We shall see. So tell us, when you were here in America is when me and Danny got an opportunity to see you in the gym. Who did you spar with while you were here, or was it just to loosen up? Because I think maybe you came in for fight week, right?
Yeah, so for his last fight against Gilberto Mendoza.
Yeah, that's right. We came in just 2 weeks before that fight, or 2.5, close to 3 weeks. But which is shorter than what we normally do. We normally do at least 4 or 5 weeks before the fight. But did most of our camp in Australia for that one, and then just finished our sparring off and got some really good work in with Cashflow Diaz.
Oh, nice.
Christian Williams, and also his name. What's his name? Filipino fighter who just fought for the.
Masayago.
Jonas Sultan. So yeah, we got some really good work in with those guys. And yeah, finished off a really good camp, and probably at that stage wish we probably came out a bit earlier because the sparring we got was so good.
What was the Filipino's name again?
Jonas Sultan.
Oh.
He just lost to Paul Butler for the WBO bantamweight title.
Okay. So I have some questions here. They're asking.
These are from our fans, by the way.
Yes. This is James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas, and he says, who are you taking to the big fight in June? Are you taking anyone with you? That's a silly question.
All my friends and family are all coming to this fight. So many of these
I wonder if he meant if you're picking a winner instead of who you're like. Maybe he meant who you're taking.
Oh,
on
yes,
this fight.
yes. That makes sense.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
Instead of to the big fight, who you taking on the big fight?
Yep.
Maybe it was a typo.
Yeah. Look, at first I probably thought it was a 50-50 fight. And I still think it is going to be a close fight. Depends who shows up on fight night and whose game plan is better. I think Haney's going to look to, be patient and try and land those clean, more sort of eye-catching shots, whereas George is a real workhorse. Is going to come in there and throw a lot of punches and try and outwork Haney. I think two things really probably lean me towards thinking that George is going to pull off this victory. One being it being here in Australia, and two, recent events we've heard is that his father and trainer Bill Haney isn't going to be here as far as we know at the moment, which I think I give a lot of credit for Haney for still taking this fight and still coming out to Australia without his father. But to go through a tough fight against George on the night and only being 23 years old, it's going to take something really special for him to be able to pull off that victory without his father and his trainer there on the night. So I'm leaning towards George. I think those two things give George a big advantage, and I think George might come away with the victory.
Definitely understandable, but I'm very happy and grateful that you are our guest, because there's a lot of correlation there. You spoke of coming to America to get acclimated, and how this was the first time that you only had about 2.5 weeks to come to America. That being said, Devin only just got there yesterday, 16 days away from the fight. You have been coming to America back and forth, acclimating both different time zones. How difficult will it be for him to do it in such a short amount of time? Or do you believe that because of the age, the youth, he's only 23, it shouldn't be that big a deal?
Yeah, it's going to be, it's a tough one. Personally, for some reason, I find going to America, it doesn't affect me much. But on the way back, I don't know what it is, but on the way back, you feel it more. So coming here to Australia, which is what Devin's doing, I feel like he has left it a little bit late. And I actually spoke to Devin when we were in America and spoke to his father, and they were planning to come out here 4 weeks before the fight. And they asked us, how long we usually do. And we told them at least 3 weeks. So yeah, they have definitely left it a little bit late, understanding that this situation with Bill is probably because of that. But yeah, 16 days is a very, very short turnaround. And as I said, coming this way to Australia, it seems to affect you a little bit more. So yeah, I definitely think that could play a factor in this fight. And I think that he would have, definitely been better off having at least another week here. But, on the night with the atmosphere and the adrenaline, he might be okay. But, my brother and myself, we've done this journey traveling to and from America so many times now that I feel like you do get a little bit used to it. Whereas I don't believe Haney has done a trip like this before. It's a very long flight. And we'll have to wait and see on fight night how much it affects him.
So with that being said, again, you're kind of like the perfect person to ask. So in all these trips that you've made abroad, have you never left your father behind?
I've left my family and my father behind. Every time my last fight was against Mendoza was the first time that my wife and my son were able to come with me.
But your dad was there as well, because I believe I met your dad. That wasn't your dad?
No, that was our trainer. We had our trainer, manager, and assistant coach there. But no, my father hasn't been to any of the fights in America. And yeah, 3 of my 4 fights in America, we had just my main trainer and my manager, no family at all, because it was during the pandemic and it was very hard to leave Australia at that time. We had to get a government exemption just to leave for the fight, so no one could come along and support. So yeah, definitely been in that situation, although my father's not my trainer, which I believe Bill Haney basically plays the trainer role as well, which I think is a big thing to him not to be there. And as I mentioned, Devin only 23 years old. It's a lot to have on his shoulders, a lot of pressure to fight for undisputed titles without his dad there. For what I believe is the first time his dad hasn't been there at his fight.
And without his second and Ben Davison as well.
Yeah, that's right. And also to be traveling so far away from home, a huge crowd against him in a tough fight, and then to not have his trainers there. It's as I said earlier, if he pulls this victory off, I've got to give him, so much respect, because that is a lot of pressure and a lot of stress for a young kid who's only 23 years old.
Do you think, and I'm going to pass you to my co-host, I'm hogging you, I'm sorry, but do you think that he did more harm than good by bringing Yoel Judah, the father trainer of Zab Judah? Obviously, Australia has the history with Costa Zoo and the win over Judah. Will that help? Or will that affect them? Or do you think, it doesn't matter outside noise? Yoel is an experienced trainer and should be able to fill in.
And just to give you some background, we did speak to Bill regarding Yoel Judah. Zab is actually Devin's godfather. And so, the Judah family and the Haney family are very close. So the familiarity with Yoel and Devin is what Bill was happy is banking on basically.
Yeah, I did hear that, and I did know that Zab was actually Devin's godfather. So I assume that he's probably done a bit of work with Yoel before in the past. I would hope so, that they've done a bit of work together, or they at least know each other very well, which is obviously going to be the main thing, is that he feels comfortable on the night and has a voice that he knows and has some familiarity with. So I think it's definitely a shame. Hopefully they can solve the situation and Bill can come over for the fight. But if not, I think that's probably a good choice, having someone that he obviously knows very well.
And last thing from me, I wanted to ask you was, I saw Top Rank kind of sent out, I just want to understand if I read it correctly. So do you know, from what I read, it seems like Devin and George will be fighting to align with the nighttime in America, so it'll be the middle of the day out there. So it seems like there's going to be fights after the Devin and George fight. Is that correct? Can you confirm?
Yeah, that's correct. So, the whole time slot is set up towards primetime American television on a Saturday night. So the fights are actually going to start at 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning here.
Wow.
The first undercard TV fights, I believe, are at 10 a.m.
No.
I believe that George and Devin's fight is going to be around 1:30 in the afternoon. And then my fight, actually, as well as maybe 3 or 4 other of the undercard fights, is actually going to be on after George and Devin Haney. So, yeah, unfortunately for me, I'm going to be after the main event, because I really want to be able to watch that fight too. But I'll be warming up. But the choice probably was to fight at like 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning or after the main event. And I don't want to be fighting that early in the morning. So I'm kind of happy that my fight's going to be on after the main event at a better sort of time. I'll probably be on about maybe 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that suits me well. But yeah, it's a shame that my fight isn't going to be on the main portion of the card, which will be on ESPN. In the States, I believe mine will be on ESPN Plus. But yeah, just really happy to still be a part of the card and to fight in front of such a huge audience here in Australia.
Absolutely. It is a historical event. If that's all your questions, Danny, can you give out your social media, Andrew? And definitely, I don't know, is your brother just going to hop on? Or will he?
Yeah. My brother, he'll be on a different link.
Okay.
He's at his place. He lives about 400 meters down the road.
No worries. No worries.
But, yeah, you can follow me at Andrew Moloney. Moloney spelled Moloney. I'm on, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Wherever.
Say the spelling one more time.
It's actually M-O. So you got it wrong on the screen there. So it's
man.
M-O-L-O.
Oh, man. Shout out to the producers.
My bad. Apple auto-corrected it. I apologize for that.
I sent it the proper way.
Maloney is spelled with an A, so I get that all the time.
Oh
But,
my God, Bo, you're supposed to catch that. No, I mean once it's on the screen. I know you sent it the right way, but it doesn't matter, Andrew. We'll correct it. Apologies for that. And thank you for coming on. We hope to get you on after this win.
And if I am able to make the trip down under, we will be reaching out and hoping to interview you in person during fight week. So
absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. Well, hopefully you can make it out. Yeah,
Yes,
it's going
sir.
to be a great event. And Australia's a great place, so I'll be able to show you around.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Moloney with 2 O's. 2 O's.
Moloney.
So, moving on until we get the brother. We have...
Hold on, really quick. I'm just
quick. What is it?
Curious, being able to speak to Andrew and get his take. Andrew having made the trip to and from Australia plenty of times. You know, do you kind of feel like you wish Devin would have got out there a bit sooner, or what's your take on it all? And do you think that it affects him given that it is primetime America time? You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like his body is still going to be, in a sense, preparing for a evening time that he would typically be fighting anyway, should he be in the States.
Well, I was gonna ask Andrew that, but I didn't want to prolong it. But when he said it was either choose before or after the fight, I'm like, why not choose before?
Because he said that the option was like 8 or 9 a.m.
But the thing is, 9 a.m. is probably the time he spars. He said, I'm training at 7:30 and training for 3 hours.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true. Damn, why didn't you ask him that?
I didn't want to prolong the interview. It's like us. Like, if we wouldn't fall off, we train at 10:30, 11, which means if we need to fight at 10:30, 11, it's something you're freaking used to. But we can always ask his brother. How are you? Mr. Moloney with 2 O's. Oh, you have to unmute.
Have to unmute, sir.
Do you, can you, yeah, you're not unmuted. Not just yet.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh,
Sorry.
No problem.
Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, really good, mate. How are you guys?
Good.
We're good. We're good. Just wrapped up an interview with your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are not twins, right? Don't look like twins.
Yeah, we're twins. We're twins.
What?
I told you.
Nah, I could totally tell you guys apart.
Yeah, the smart ones can, mate. The smart ones can. We're not meant to be identical. We're fraternal twins.
Oh, okay.
We're similar. He tries his best to look like me, but we have a difference.
That's funny. So, who's kind of the big brother?
I'm a minute older.
Okay. And do you act like the big brother?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Because I feel like everyone thinks or acts as if Jamal Charlo is the older brother, but they're twins,
but,
you know?
But Jamal is actually the older by a minute. It's
really?
Same scenario. So Jamal is actually the older brother by a minute.
Okay, nice.
Really, there you go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I don't think that I got an opportunity to ask your brother, which will make this one unique. What got you guys into boxing, or rather you, since you're a minute older?
Oh, a couple of reasons really. We just love sport as young guys, as most boys do. But we loved Australian rules football. I don't know if you've ever seen Australian rules football. It's our country's code of football, and
yes.
We wanted to be professional footballers, and we loved it. And in the off season, we didn't really have a sport that we were doing. We'd sort of just wait for the next season to roll around, and we thought, let's start some boxing and get super fit, and hopefully that'll give us a bit of an edge over the rest of the competition. And yeah, we took up boxing and just fell in love with it. And we sort of juggled the two for a little while, boxing and football at the same time. But in the end, we had to make a decision which one we wanted to pursue. I actually lost my first 3 fights, and Andrew lost his first 7 fights.
Oh, wow.
Can you believe that? Because we were boxing, but we were still, so heavily involved in football that we weren't probably giving boxing the time that it needed. We're just training sort of twice a week, for fitness basically. But we really loved boxing and we wanted to see how far we could go. So we decided let's give footy away and let's concentrate 100% on boxing and see how far we can go. And I think we made a good decision. We're a bit too small for football players, and obviously we love boxing, and we're very grateful that we can do that every day.
So what do you know about your opponent?
Yeah, I know a bit about Aston Palicte. I'm a hardcore boxing fan, so I follow all the big fights and I keep a good eye on any fighter that's in or around my weight division. I've seen Palicte's fights with Donny Nites, which was a world title fight that he had a draw. For his world title fight against Ioka, which he did pretty well up until the stoppage. I've sort of seen him for a while now and always thought that he was a potential opponent. He's a good fighter. He's a dangerous fighter. Like myself, he's had 2 world title fights and just fallen short, one being as close as a draw. And obviously I had a split decision loss as well for a world title. So I know we're both going to be hungry because the winner of this fight will most likely get another shot at that world title, and the loser, well, it's a big setback. So there's going to be 2 hungry guys in the ring, and I think it's going to be a hell of a fight, but I know that I'm too hungry and too determined and put in too much hard work to let him get in my way. So I'm looking forward to getting in there and putting on a great performance.
And while he's been in there with some good names, would you say that you have, been in with the better opposition?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've been in there with one of the pound-for-pound best in the world in Anui, and even though he's been in there with guys like Ioka and Nites, who are good champions in their own right, I don't think they're at that level. So, I think I've been in there with the better opposition. And I think, overall, the people I've beaten, my resume is better than his. But, it's 2 good fighters putting it all on the line. So I'm looking forward to that.
And what can you tell us about your style of fighting for the person that hasn't had the opportunity to see you? I mean, you've pretty much been fighting on ESPN for a minute now, but if anyone hasn't seen you, can you let the audience know your style?
Yeah, well, when I'm at my best, and that's what I've gone back to doing a bit more now. I think I learnt my lessons in a few of my performances where I probably didn't fight to my strengths. My strengths is when I'm coming forward, when I'm aggressive, throwing a lot of punches and really trying to break my opponent down. I think one of my greatest assets is my fitness and my strength and my punch output. So I'm a high volume puncher. I like to be aggressive and come forward and put on entertaining fights and look to break my opponents down. So I think I'm an entertaining fighter to watch and always bring everything I've got to every fight and put it all on the line.
And like I asked your brother, was it important to you to be on this specific card?
Oh, absolutely. This is a dream come true. Growing up, as I said, I was a massive football fan, and we used to go to Marvel Stadium and watch the football. And I always thought, this stadium would just be incredible to fight in. And it had never been done before up until now, to have a boxing fight there. So, this is absolutely huge, and it's a dream come true to be part of this show. So, very excited. There's a lot of buzz getting around Australia. Everyone's really pumped to have, this huge mega stadium fight in our country. So I'm looking forward to going there, putting on a really good show and having people really excited about boxing.
And have you previously met all these Australians? Because I know Lucas Brown is on there, you and your brother, George. It's a lot of Australians. Have you...
Junior Fa? Or he's from New Zealand, right?
Yeah, Junior Fa's from New Zealand. But have you met them before, or is this going to be your first time?
No, I've met all these guys.
All of them?
In Australia is a pretty small circle. So yeah, I've met them all. Me and George actually fought in the amateurs.
Oh wow!
So a bit of a claim to fame to have a victory over the undisputed champ at the minute.
So, has George been? I don't know. I don't want to say accepted, but I can't think of a better word because we hear like that. It may not be because of he's like from Greece as well. So everyone's kind of waiting to see what sort of reception he gets, or are we getting false information?
No, I think he's really respected in Australia now.
Okay.
He's an Aussie. He's born in Australia. He's lived here his whole life. But I think he, when you got that personality, he's quite brash and outspoken and very confident.
The Emperor.
Sorry?
The Emperor.
That's what he...
Yeah. In our country, a lot of people are very humble and maybe some people don't like the way that comes across. He can rub people up the wrong way with that really overconfidence and cockiness. But now that he's gone out there and proven himself, if you can talk the talk, you got to be able to walk the walk. And he's backed it up, and he had a sensational win over Lopez. And I think he's really started to earn the respect of the Australian public and made everyone so excited that he's been able to bring this mega fight to our country. So I think he's got a lot of fans. And, mate, if you can beat Haney and become the official, no arguments, undisputed champion, then I think you'll have a lot more fans as well. So he's doing well, and everyone's very happy for him.
My last one. Where do you have Jermell Charlo on your pound-for-pound list?
Mate, you got to put him. You got to put him up there now. Honestly, after that first Castano fight, I wasn't very impressed in that performance. But mate, he looked incredible on the weekend. And yeah, when you're undisputed, you got to be high on that list. So I think he should probably be top 5.
Good man.
Jason, wanted to ask. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk these last few days with Devin Haney making the trip out there to Australia without his head trainer and his father, and without his second in Ben Davison. What do you make of the whole situation and the fact that he still came out? I'm sure some people wouldn't have came without their head trainer and their second.
Yeah, you got to really respect Devin Haney for what he's done to make this fight happen. At 23 years old, and to go and sign with Top Rank and ESPN and come over to Australia, which is a long way away. I know what it's like to travel across the world for a fight. It's not easy. But to come over here without his dad and his trainer and his second, as you said, that just shows, some people say how bad they want it, and then when it comes down to it, they're not willing. But he's shown how bad he wants this and that he's willing to do whatever it takes to make this fight happen and to become the undisputed champion. So huge respect to him for coming over. Can't wait to see the fight. And, yeah, may the best man win.
I know I was actually there when you and your brother met him. He was doing his basically like workout and photo shoot for Top Rank. The fight had just been announced and whatnot. You guys were able to speak a little bit. What was that exchange like, and what'd you guys say?
Yeah, no, he's a really cool guy. That was the first time I've met him, and really down to earth and friendly guy. He was just saying, can't wait to come to Australia, and you guys will have to look after me and show me where to go and all this sort of stuff. And he was sort of asking how long we normally go across, to acclimatise and adjust your body clock, and just sort of asking a few questions. But, he even at that stage, he sort of knew that we were going to be on the undercard, and we were just saying how excited we were, how big it's going to be. Mate, he was a super friendly guy. So, got a lot of time for him and big fan of his. So looking forward to the fight.
Now, I'm glad you brought it up because we were talking about it with your brother, and obviously you've made the trip plenty of times yourself. He got out there 16 days or 17 days before the fight. What do you think of that, given that obviously George and Devin are slotted to fight for a U.S. Saturday night primetime slot, which, he's been fighting his whole career.
Yeah, I think that time's okay. Initially when they were asking us, like I said in the gym, how long we normally come over before, we normally allow sort of 3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks, just to really settle in, adjust your body clock, make sure that you know there's no jet lag or anything hanging around on fight night. So, you know, in an ideal situation, you'd probably say you maybe come over a few days earlier, but you know, a few days shouldn't make a difference. And obviously, they decided to come a little bit later because he wanted to spend more time with his head coach and his father. So I understand why they maybe delayed coming out here a little bit. And in the end, yeah, those few days aren't really going to matter. But you never know, because if you've never done that big trip before, you've never had to adjust your body clock. I guess you don't ever know how well someone's going to travel. It isn't easy. There is times when, yeah, there is quite a few days when you land where you're a bit jet lagged, and you know it takes you a while for that adjustment to happen. So everyone's different. He might come over here and find that it was very rough, and he might not feel great. But other people, it really doesn't affect at all. And you know they'll just come over here and business as usual,
right,
jump in the ring and perform at their absolute best, which I think will happen. I think certain guys like a Haney, they're born for that big stage, and you know when the occasion's there, like an undisputed world championship, you're going to rise and you're going to perform your absolute best.
Now, obviously, George is your fellow countryman, but just want your thoughts on the fight. Obviously, it's reported 55,000 plus maybe are going to be in attendance on the night. So how do you see that fight play out?
A really tough one to pick, right? I don't want to be a guy that sits on the fence. Myself, being an Aussie, I would love George to win just because, you know, I'm getting this huge opportunity to fight at Marvel Stadium because George has brought this huge mega fight to our country. So the more success us Aussies have and the more big stadium shows we can have in this country, the better. And, you know, the bigger platform fighters like myself get to fight on. Big opportunities for us. So I'd love to see George do well. I think Devon's a tremendous talent, a very good fighter. So it's a very hard fight to pick. Obviously, Devon's pretty good at, you know, sitting back and picking his shots and pot shotting, and maybe doesn't throw the volume that George does. So there's going to be some hard rounds, and I think George's high output, you know, he's a volume puncher. He'll come to fight. Like he showed against Lopez, he puts it all on the line. So I think he could edge rounds just with his high activity. But Devon could, you know, pick him off coming in and land those cleaner, crisper shots. I don't see it ending in a knockout. I think it goes the distance in a close fight. And yeah, I've got to go with my countryman and hope that the Aussie pulls it off.
No, obviously that would be big, and it's going to be a big night. I'm curious because I was telling your brother that given that they're catering to American audience, they're doing fights before and after the main event. So are you going to be after the George and Devon fight or right before?
Right before, yeah. Mine's the co-feature or the semi-main or whatever you want to call it. My fight is the one before Kambosos Haney. So yeah, a huge audience, a huge platform, a huge opportunity for me. So I'm stoked and just can't wait to get on and put on a really good fight and come out on top and take a giant step towards becoming a world champion myself. And hopefully one day I'll be headlining shows at Marvel Stadium myself.
Hopefully so, because for me, I think just because we talk about the fight, I've had a lot of Australian fans and, you know, even Australian amateur fighters reaching out, and I love to see the excitement behind the fight. Have you felt it? Obviously, you're fighting in it, but have you felt it just any buzz around town, or do you think it's still a bit far out and you think it'll come more on the week of?
No, they're starting to get some real good excitement now, which is awesome because, you know, boxing's not that big in Australia, unfortunately. We don't normally get the media attention we deserve, and there's most of Australia, you know, they're not really the hardcore boxing fans and they don't follow the sport enough. And it's a shame. And something that's really important for me is to help grow the sport and make boxing bigger in this country and get people excited. And so, I mean, so having these big stadium shows and getting people, you know, excited about boxing is so important. And it's important for us to all go out on June the 5th, June the 4th, your time, and put on, you know, a spectacular display so that everyone walks away and says, yes, you know, I can't wait for the next boxing fight, or can't wait to watch Jason Moloney fight again. And that's very important. And everyone's starting to get very excited. And I just can't wait to get in there.
Excuse me.
It's going to be good.
No, that's great to hear. And I guess whether George wins or whether Devin wins, because they say that even if Devin wins, there's a rematch clause in place in Australia. So
Yeah.
I guess, you know, regardless of the winner on June the 5th, that you will have an opportunity to showcase your talents in front of your home crowd, in front of another big crowd. So that's always good. And maybe the next time it will be for the world title opportunity.
Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's, as you said, that's what it's looking like. There'll be a rematch if Devin wins. So yeah, it's a win-win for me. I like both guys. So yeah, wish them both all the best. And yeah, if we can get it on again and have a rematch in Australia, another huge opportunity. And obviously I've got to go out and win on June the 4th, June the 5th. I've got to go out there and win and earn myself that world title fight. And then hopefully later in the year, I'll fight for a world title in my own country, which would be a dream come true.
Absolutely. Well, Jason, thank you very much. And I'm actually planning to make the trip out there, so hopefully I get to see you and your brother on the weekend. Looking forward to it. So thank you for taking your time. I know you guys have to get to training.
Nah, you're a legend, mate. Thanks for having me on, guys.
I actually wanted to ask, did you have the opportunity to choose to be co-main and fight before George, or how'd that work out? Because your brother chose to go after the fight.
No, I didn't have a say. Obviously, I wanted to be, you know, that would have been my ideal choice. But yeah, being that my fight's obviously a very good fight. It's for a WBO international title and the WBC silver title. 2 former world title challenges. So it's a big fight, and I'm stoked to be, you know, the semi-main event and to be fighting, you know, and such a huge part of this huge fight card. So very grateful for the opportunity, and I'm going to grab it with both hands and seize the moment.
All right. Well, thank you. Do you normally, because your brother said he normally starts training at 7:30 a.m. So is sparring kind of the time that you're going to fight?
We'll make sure it is. Yeah, we'll start, even when we go to America, that's what we do. We start, you know, putting our sparring sessions on fight time. So I'll be fighting at 12:30, basically, you know, midday in Australia. So yeah, that's where I'll start to shift my sparring sessions to. But obviously, there's not going to take too much adjustments. That's the perfect time to fight. You know, no one. It's the middle of the day. You're at peak energy. I won't be tired. So yeah, it's perfect. Really, I won't have to do too much adjusting. Whereas when we go to America, you know, I start sparring at sort of 9 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night, to make sure that when I get in the ring, I'm not looking forward to going to bed. I'm ready to go. So that's when the adjustments are important. But having a fight at 12:30 is perfect, and I'll be jumping out of my skin.
All right, Jason. Well, thank you once again for coming on the show. We'd like to get you guys back on after the big wins, just to let us know how everything went.
Yeah, we'd love to. And yeah, we'll look after you in Australia. Hope you have a great time out here.
All right.
Hopefully. Thank you very much, and look forward to the fight.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Well,
guys.
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Moloney, and that's with 2 O's, no A's. And obviously we had his brother, Andrew, not too long before. We have a little bit of stuff we got to get to. Obviously, we last stopped off at Johnny Beck and Diggum. I'm going to be picking Johnny Beck. Moving on to the co-main event. This is Jamel Herring versus Jermaine Ortiz. On ESPN, he is on the A-side side, which is left name first. But I'm going to pull up my bookie. I'm going to make my bet. because Danny wants me to do it as a parlay. We'll check how that looks as a parlay. But Jamel Herring is still plus money, plus 180. Let's hope that, me talking about it didn't change things too much. Let's see. Boxing. Not yet.
And just since you got your pick in on our ESPN Top Rank main event, I will go with mine as well. Same thing. I think John Beck just a bit too strong for Danny Dignam, and I think that the power will show later on in the fight. I don't know that he gets the stoppage. If he does, it'll be late, but Danny Dignam has a really big head, and I think that it'll be there for John Beck to jab it all night.
Yo, Pascal's plus money too. Is he too old? Fei Long Ming never been on this level.
Yeah, it's been a while since.
Herring went up. He's 185 now. That's money coming in on Jermaine. Should I wait? Is he gonna get even bigger, dog?
Yeah, it might hit 200 before fight night. Might want to hold off.
I'm not gonna make it only because of that, but
mind you, he started at a minus 278, and now he's a plus 186.
Wow. I'm gonna wait till after the weigh-in to see what we get. We might have to do a weigh-in show.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I was about to make that bet. I was gonna put the whole 5 digits.
But the way he trains, though, it could go against him. It could go
all
against,
5
you know
figures.
what I'm saying? Like the odds could decrease. You know what I'm saying?
We'll keep
after they see him and what type of shape he in.
We'll keep a close eye on that one, Ness. You'll have to have my bookie pulled up as the weigh-in is taking place.
Well, shout out to Herring that isn't made of tissue paper.
But definitely picking Herring, as you guys can see. And for the undercard, we do have some of those young guys, some of those Team USA guys that I'm looking forward to seeing in action. Both Duke Reagan, Tiger Johnson, Carlos Valderas are in action this Saturday night. Picking all those guys. Blue Nose is in an interesting fight with William Encarnacion. So that's a fight to keep your eye on. That I think will be an entertaining one right there. So don't see that one going the distance, but I remember it being, entertaining with Abram Nova. So looking forward to that one as well.
Yeah, Encarnacion is funny. I don't know that we've seen him here in Vegas, but he's Dominican. So I don't know if he was training with Salas or, even came to warm up, shake out, and use Salas' gym as a Latino. Maybe we're going to have to stop by there tomorrow. I mean, it's sparring today at 7, right?
No, tomorrow at 1. Tomorrow at 1.
Silas Gym, yeah.
Yeah.
Big dog going to be in there, too.
Big guys. Big guys.
Who the big dog?
The bounty hunter.
But
I don't know if that's like supposed to be public knowledge or not. That's why I kind of whispered it.
Whispering doesn't help. It's still told. Carlos Valderas, I'll pick him. I'll pick Adam Lopez. I'm going to go ahead and pick Magdaleno, Duke Reagan, Steven Nelson. Is this Giovanni? Let me see if this is Giovanni, Adrian Clark's boy. That it could be. Yep, that's him. Right? Let's see.
From Chicago, or resides in Chicago.
Yep, that's him. So I actually never seen him fight, but I was introduced to him, and I follow him on Insta. And, I guess this will be, see, you got to watch him when you got to watch him. See, like, I've been following him on Insta, and he's been, like, doing movies and shit like that, and he but look at this, though. Look at this.
What am I looking at, champ?
Look at this, though. Look at this. Great rounds today with the lightweight champ of the world. Wishing you the best on your next fight, my brother. So Giovanni getting that work. He getting that work.
19-0.
Getting that work.
No. Luke D.
He tagged Freddie Rhodes, so he must train with Rhodes. Look at Bill over here wearing Danny's favorite jacket.
You know, it's funny. I actually brought it with me today. It's in the car. But then I realized.
Do they got a .com?
I don't know. You gotta.
Oh, look this guy. This was April 1st.
I know you were gonna see the McDonald's.
Look this guy. How you ready for a fight? A month you eating fish fillets in the pool. You drinking little what? Let me find out my man is sponsored, man. Another week complete at Wildcard Boxing. Time to enjoy the rest of my day with a delicious double fish fillet. I'm loving it. Why he acting like he's sponsored by a fish fillet?
Because it was April Fool's.
No, you got sponsors right there, and no hashtag say April Fools. Why you hating on my man? Like why he can't be the next Ryan Garcia of boxing, getting them big endorsement deals? Shout out to Gio Cabrera. What is he?
He's a
I'm
boxer.
like Italian.
Yo, look at his bio. Shout out to my man. He trying to get known. He's like El Cabrón. Signed with Top Rank. Camps with Gary Russell Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. Trained by Freddie Roach. Beaten undefeated boxers than anyone in history. What? Google this motherfucker. He trying to say he beat more undefeated boxers. Yo, because guess who beat a lot of Fulton? You pull up Fulton, I'm pulling up Cabrera. This guy want to fucking challenge me?
He got 7 out of 19 people he fought were undefeated.
What? What? I don't believe you.
I know like one guy. I'm trying to see if I know any more.
They all from America, so I'm going to start from the bottom.
I know one guy on his
4-0, Giovanni Guzman. Yeah, he sounds like he's...
Gavino.
He sounds like he's from the Gambino family.
That's not the bottom, bro.
Oh, that's not? Is more at the bottom than that?
Nah, he talking about just undefeated.
First, undefeated.
Oh, my bad.
Then he fought this other dude, William Hernandez. Let me clickety-click, lickety-split. Giovanni retired him. He never fought after.
Then he fought.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Then what'd he do?
Roberto Mesa.
And
I don't know that guy either.
What'd he do after that? What Mesa do after that?
Who the fuck is that guy?
And Mesa went on to honestly do a lot after that.
Oh, wow. So he at least a fighter.
Yeah, he's still fighting. He's still
a
fighting.
fighter.
You know, couple wins.
Who next?
Couple losses.
Who next? 11-0. Ray Lampkin.
Word.
Oh, look at Ray Boxray. Ray Boxray looked like he was about that sauce. Look, show this. What? Show this.
What?
Yo, give me a Austin. What in the world? Forget it. I'm over this picture now. This shit is late. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Yo, he look like he about that sauce. Nah. Hey, yo, why Giovanni retired him, man? What the fuck? Everybody Giovanni fight, he retiring.
And he stopped him in his second round.
What? Elijah Pierce. I feel like I know Elijah. Where you from? Oklahoma. Uh-oh, shout out to Izzy.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Izzy.
We can't see, champ. We can't see.
Damn, Cabrera. Cabrera at least beat him, and he went on to fight after that, so you can't blame Cabrera. Who next? Headley Scott. Also sounds pretty familiar. Giovanni took his O.
Yes, but he's fought since. He's fought.
He definitely fought since.
And he's won every fight he has fought in since that. And then
Luis Puzoro.
And that was his last undefeated.
Santo Domingo, Ecuador. I didn't even know we had a Santo Domingo in Ecuador.
Damn, yeah.
How they do that?
Giovanni ruined him. He lost 5 more times after.
Damn, Murataya. Murataya beat him too. We just seen Murataya.
Bro, damn, they just feeding them. They threw him the Machado. They threw him the Murataya. Damn, they try to give him a gimme.
But guess who got him first?
Giovanni.
After they seen Giovanni do it, everybody thought it was easy.
So you saying that's your mans and them peoples?
That's my mans and them peoples.
Oh, what?
He my mans and them peoples, man. So I've been having my eye on him. I've been having my eye. You know what's funny? He stood me up, man. We were supposed to get an interview with him. He stood me up.
Damn, champ.
Word. He big time. Oh, you want to be big time? Dígame.
So that should be everything for the
check out his little sign Top Rank. So yo, that's your man's, Danny.
Welcome.
Check your hat.
That's your man's, Danny.
Yeah, I seen that. I ain't never heard of him though.
Oh, that's how y'all doing?
Nah, that ain't how
Because he
I'm
wasn't
doing.
on the streets of Chicago. Instead, he was in the gym banging.
Nah, bro, what you talking about? I'm just saying, I gotta ask around
Oh, sparring with the great. Yo, Giovanni looking little though, right? Pacquiao looked thicker, no homo, and just about the same size. Damn, Pacquiao had biggest head. Why you can fit Pacquiao head? If you just copy paste his head over Giovanni's, like it'll cover it completely. That's how big it is. If you put Giovanni's on Pacquiao, you can still see Pacquiao's.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is he's a lightweight, so Pacquiao's supposed to be bigger than him, right? Because Giovanni's
You're right. He was sparring with your mans in them.
My mans in them.
That's my mans in them. Ooh, look at Top Rank did a little collaboration post.
Collab post.
Unbeaten lightweight signs Multi did. This was in January, yo. He just signed. That's crazy. Cause when I got introduced, he wasn't signed. Look at Steven Feder right there. Is that who his manager is? Steven Feder. Let me see. Just landed in Tulsa for my debut with Top Rank. Got to be. Cause he with Freddie and Feder. Alrighty then. That's enough of the Instagram searching.
We got a few super chats.
No way.
We got Victor Banuelos.
Hold up. What do we do around these parts that the other people don't do? Like, we do sign anytime people super chat around here. You ain't gonna tell them what we do? Pull up the wheel, Austin.
We give away a little something.
It's just a little something, but we gotta let them know. Make it big, though. There you go. Take down the phone number.
As we all know, it's a $10 super chat wheel. You submit a super chat of $10 or more. We will spin that wheel for you. And everything on that wheel is, you could win it for $10 except the boxing gloves and the hat there, which would be a TBV hat. The gloves we have right now are the Yoelvis Gomez glove and the David Benavidez glove.
Who's Yoelvis Gomez?
Yoelvis Gomez is a super hot prospect from Cuba. We had him on the show last week, if I'm not mistaken, and he fights this weekend on the David Benavidez undercard.
He'll be facing Jorge Cota. He is 5-0 with 5 KOs. At super welterweight, number 6 in the WBA rankings. So,
son of an Olympic gold medalist from Cuba.
Yes, that is correct. His father won gold in the 1980 game. So definitely somebody keep an eye out for. And
everybody keep an eye out.
Absolutely. You know, obviously David being a 2-time champ and all. But yeah, so we got some things to give away. Obviously, we appreciate each and every super chat and each and every one of our listeners for supporting. And because we do support and appreciate you guys that much, we just want to be able to give back by doing these raffles. So now where your super chats before would just show us love, now it shows us love and gives us an opportunity to show you love back.
And we still have to do absolutely free giveaways for our caller of the year, super chatters of the year. Brandon and Bo are working on that in the background. Once the polls are out, we will be picking the nominations and putting those on polls to pick winners and sending all merchandise out. And we also want to do something else, you know, kind of a monthly caller of the month. You know, who's been the most, you know, I guess, influential, who's been the most active. You know, it's just like the pound for pound list. It takes criteria to be the caller of the month. You know, have you been active? You know, have you been impactful?
Have your calls actually made sense?
Ooh.
Galvanize the crowd.
Have you galvanized the crowd, as my man Brandon in Cincinnati would say?
So we got Victor Banuelos with the $4.99 super chat. It says, I put $5 on each round, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for Benavidez stoppage. I wish I could bet on Benavidez getting dropped once, but these props are trash.
Bruh, what he says, 7, 8, and yo, that's late, bro. The
7,
over
8, 9, and 10.
The over under is 5.5.
Yeah, so halfway through the 6.
Yeah, you real late, but I hear you. If you believe that, you know, I'm not saying you wrong without a doubt.
8 Crown 79 with the $9.99.
And Young Jesus
said, "What's good, TBV? Great show." And mind you, he didn't put the whole word. So
oh yeah,
great.
Scared?
Show.
You scared to cursey?
Show this morning. Well, no, he said, great show this morning. Salute to Ness, Ringwalk Danny, and my man Bo. Fist emoji, 3 fire emojis. We're going to spin the wheel for A Crown one time.
All right, let's spin that wheel.
One entry into the Ockenbrock t-shirt raffle for A Crown 79.
A Crown and Young
You two right back with the $1 just showing love. I wish it was $1 million.
Bo, when are we giving that Ockenbrock shirt out, champ?
It will be as soon as we get at least 5 entries on the raffle.
All right. Bow.
And we got A Crown 79 right back with a $4.99 super chat says, hope Devin gets a KO for them not letting his pops go down there.
That would be crazy.
Then we got High
I don't
Low
think anyone's expecting a KO.
Sports Centrum, and he says with a $2 super chat,
the boxing voice is more.
Absolutely. And then we got C. Claudio with the $9.99 says,
Hey.
Bless up, TBV. Can y'all remind us how to become a member on YouTube? Y'all spinning the wheel? Great show this morning. Yes, we're going to spin the wheel.
So, how to become a member? Cool. Let me go ahead and go to this live show. Oh, Yo Elvis.
With an additional $5 super chat, you could be entered into the Yo Elvis Gomez glove raffle.
You sure can.
Everything on the wheel is $10, excluding the boxing gloves and the TBV hat.
That's right. So, let me get a screen share. Now you're going to be seeing us as we see you, the way you see us as we see you. So, Claudio, all you got to do is come here and go to where this says join this channel to get access to perks. And then you click that, and that's channel membership. Maybe we should change that sentence to join this channel's memberships, huh? Maybe that makes sense.
Maybe.
All right, we're done.
All right, catch us tomorrow.
No, we're done. I mean, we're done with that, bro.
Danny drank a Red Bull, a coffee, and he's trying to make something happen tonight.
I ain't drink no coffee.
You got a Tinder date?
Nah,
Whoa.
bro. Don't use Tinder and.
Do people even use that anymore? Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Danny wouldn't know.
I don't, bro.
He don't, bro.
Too busy for that shit.
All right. So any other? That
was
Claudio. See, Claudio did send the $5. Said done deal, my boy. So thank you for that. And then
Claudio, I'm adding you now.
We get to some callers, would you like to touch on the rest of the cards this weekend?
Of course.
All right. So we'll go down the road to Phoenix, Arizona, where a 2-time super middleweight champion of the world and friend of the show, David Benavidez, will be facing David Lemieux for the WBC interim world super middleweight title. I am going David Benavidez, Nestor, by fucking slaughter. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought David Lemieux retired like 4 years ago before this fight was announced. So I don't know if that's just like bad on my part, even though he hasn't like had any relevant fights since he got knocked out Spike O'Sullivan. So
So I'm definitely going David Benavidez. I'll take the under. I'll go ahead and just believe the betting line that they know what they're talking about. Yeah. Who's on the undercard?
On the undercard, co-main event, once again, Yo Elvis Gomez, 5-0, 5 KOs, going up against Jorge Cota, 30 victories with 5 defeats. So
should be an easy win for Yo Elvis. Definitely a comparison and barometer fight. There's definitely been some bigger names to beat Cota. We have to keep an eye on it and see how Yo Elvis gets through him, because Cota did upset Thomas Lamana.
He did. Let's just remind everybody, his last fight was against Sebastian Fundora, and that was May 1st of last year. That was the Andy Ruiz, Chris Arreola card, and it's been over a year. So, you know, Jorge has fought once last year and once the year before that. So, you know, not the most active as of late, but we'll see what Yo Elvis is able to bring to the table. Once again, he's only 5-0. This is a scheduled 10-rounder, and in Yo Elvis's professional career, none of his fights have gone past 3. So Yo Elvis only has 7 rounds of professional experience. Yes, that's correct. 7 rounds total of professional experience to 143 of Jorge Cota. So this is a great barometer fight for Yo Elvis as he looks to move up those WBA rankings.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, if he's not the goods, then Cota should give him some rounds and or some trouble. If he's the goods, he'll cut through Cota like a hot knife through the butter.
And the opener on the card is a featherweight attraction nest. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not too familiar with ththese guys, but we do have an undefeated Dominican kicking the card off.
Oh, yeah? Who that be?
Luis Reynaldo Nunez, 16-0, 12 knockouts, 22 years old. They call him the Twist. He has fought on those Caribe shows that they've done down there in Florida. So his last fight was down there.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know much about him, so I'll just be tuning in. We will be doing live fight chats for Jamel Herring and maybe Johnny Beck. It all depends on, the time slots and what fight crosses which fight. You know what I mean?
I just want to one thing I really wanted to know with that fight, although I'm not familiar with either fighter, Luis Reynaldo Nunez, 16-0, once again, 12 KOs. He's going up against 13-0, 12 KOs, Jonathan Javier Fierro, featherweight from Mexico. The reason I did want to point out this card this fight is because it's kicking off the Showtime portion, and it's an 18-year-old versus a 22-year-old. So just found it to be quite big, Ness. Once again, not familiar with either guy, though.
Me neither.
But moving on across the pond, Craig Richards, Joshua Buatsi. Ness, talk to me.
I mean, I'm picking Richards. I'm picking with my heart. He's my friend in boxing. So, we spent some time together. I want what's best for him. And plus, in retrospect, he did pretty well versus Bivol. So, he might be the upset. He might upset here.
It's the biggest step up and test for Joshua Buatsi to date.
Definitely.
Danny over there checking out what I've been posting, because sometimes I post him with his eyes closed, so he be getting tight.
Yeah, I would agree, but I would say this is Joshua Buatsi's toughest task. Craig Richards did give Dimitri Bivol a tough night. And I just think he's a very experienced, durable fighter. I mean, Craig Richards with over 100 rounds of professional experience. So, he's been in there. And he's been in there with obviously one of the best in the world in Dimitri Bivol. So I think he does hold his own, and I'm picking Craig Richards for the upset as well.
So you don't think you're being biased? You think you're picking just because, what you know? I'm just asking because people going to, because I automatically said I'm picking with my heart.
Yeah, no. I mean, I have a, like you, Ness, I have a relationship with Craig Richards within the sport. So, but let me tell you something. Craig Richards does possess the skill and the talent needed to come out victorious on the night. We'll wait and see, though. It is a fight, and it is a very tough fight for both men. So we'll wait and see what happens. But Nez, just curious, any fights on? Well, we have Chantel Cameron on the undercard going up against Victoria Bustos, who Victoria Bustos from Argentina, we've seen in the ring against Katie Taylor. We've seen in the ring against Cecilia Brakas, Erica Faria. So definitely an experienced fighter. Just your thoughts on that fight, given that it is a unification, or not a unification fight, but a unified title defense for Chantel Cameron?
Oh, this is not the girls fighting Michaela Casco.
No. This is Victoria Bustos.
Wait, I heard of her.
Yeah, bro. I just got done saying how she's fought Erica Farias, Katie Taylor, Cecilia Brackus.
What was that 9-year-old's name?
Which one?
Richie? No, that's his father.
Uzziah Velasquez.
Yeah, so great transition there, Nuss.
Yeah, no, man, I don't know. What do you want me to do?
All right, well,
I feel that
what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna transition to our people at the Tax Doctor, since we're doing shitty transitions. Just want to transition to our good friends, the Tax Doctors, who help with all Wesley Snipe issue related, things you may have going on. You don't want to end up in that situation. Give them a call. Good friends of the show, good friends of myself personally. Give them a call, 833-TBV-TAX with 2 X's, 833-TBV-TAXX. Any issues, if maybe your old stimulus, if maybe your old child, so whatever it may be, give them a call. They may be able to help you.
And they work
out.
in any state.
Any state, doesn't matter where you're located in the U.S.
Yep.
Give them a call. Boom.
So, what's next?
Well, I'm picking Chantel Cameron on that one for sure. And next up on that card, you do have Alan Babick against Adam Balski.
I'm going Alan Babick.
I'll take Babick as well. And then Roby Davis Jr. against John. Damn, John Molina still fighting? Oh, no, that's Javier Molina. Javier Molina from he's from California.
Yeah.
Fought Jose Pedraza and Jesus Ramos.
Mm-hmm.
So he's coming off those two back-to-back losses. Lost to Jamal James earlier in his career as well. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just go Robbie Davis Jr. on that one. I don't really know. Coming off that Hank Lundy knockout, I'd have to go Davis Jr. on that one.
I'm gonna follow in your footsteps, man.
All right, bro. And then
it's crazy. Molina has been through the buzzsaw, bro.
No, that's Javier Molina.
Been through the buzzsaw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, like he used to be with PBC at one point. He's got a lot of fights. He's got good experience. I don't know this Robbie kid, but
beat Amir Imam.
Who, Javier?
Yup.
No, he's got a lot of experience.
Yep.
He's got a lot of experience, both of them. And I think they were alternate Olympians. They were pretty touted, the Molina brothers, but it's a tough world in this sport.
It is
very
indeed
tough.
That's about everything of note on that.
So we got to talk about the Ryan Garcia. Obviously, we got news and notes to talk about and discuss. Let me go to our Instagram, where most verified Instagram fighters like to hang out. We'll pull up this. Go for it.
About the message.
Pull up. There you go. And it says the WBC have announced that they have now canceled the order for King Ryan versus Isaac Pitbull, the lightweight final eliminator, because it's been confirmed that both fighters had prior scheduled fights. Allegedly, now they can't fight because they both had fights. Meanwhile, take it down. Meanwhile, Ryan came out and said this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ryan said this. What Cruz needs to understand is his idiotic manager, Sean Gibbons, who has nothing but disrespected to me and lied to me on other occasions. I'm talking to his son, too. I'll go on and headline at Staples Center July 16th while you guys use someone as a pawn. Run, Cruz, from them. It's a pretty bad grammar here, so I don't really know what he was saying. It's a pretty run-on sentence there. It's just run on. But Is he saying run from your managers? Is he telling Cruz run from your manager? Or is he saying Cruz is running from him, like him being Ryan, you running from me, you ducking, quack, quack?
I got from it like he's telling him to run from Sean Gibbons. Basically saying.
Now, this is second failed negotiations public. I mean, do we believe Ryan at this point?
Third.
Ow.
Third. Let's not forget Pacquiao.
I mean with Isaac. Second with Isaac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, take it down. Do we believe Ryan?
I don't know, man. I don't really believe him much.
You don't?
Nah.
Oh, why is that, sir?
So, it's just proof of concept. It's like you've showed us, hey, Manny Pacquiao, oh, that didn't happen. Oh, Gervonta, nope, that didn't happen. Pitbull, once. Ruff, twice, no, oh, nothing, okay. So, it just is what it is. I'm intrigued to see who he can fight at the Staples Center. Like, that's a very big venue, and I think that he is looking for a big fight, but against who? Who are they going to put in front of him, JoJo?
I mean, they have wow, that's not a bad fight. It's not a bad fight. Not a bad fight. Do you want that fight? Is that why you threw it out there in the universes?
I don't have an issue with the fight. I think that it's a good barometer, right? Given that JoJo just got done fighting Devin. Devin is now in this undisputed fight with George. So I think it is a good barometer fight, but why not take the... I mean, I don't know, man.
What do you mean? You sound like you had a plan. Why not take what?
Because it's like, does him not taking the Pitbull fight for this title eliminator mean that he doesn't get a shot at the title anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course
I don't even know if he
anyway.
care about the title. He had a title opportunity, and he
that's facts.
Straight to Haney's face.
That's facts. And obviously JoJo being from that LA area, and JoJo just, I mean, regardless what anybody says, JoJo's an Olympian. JoJo's a former world champion. JoJo has, in all his fights, at least held his own or been in the fight. You get what I'm saying? So
coming to fight for sure.
He's coming to fight. So, like, when you look at who he's lost to, like, those are top level guys. So you can't.
You know who
do
I seen in the airport? Not physically. It's all pertains to the question, to the conversation. On Instagram, Javier. Maybe he's getting back.
Fortuna.
I mean, let's not forget that is a fight that was supposed
to happen.
Yeah, no, that is a fight that was supposed to happen, and obviously Ryan pulled out of that fight. It was then Fortuna and JoJo. So I would actually prefer the JoJo fight, given that JoJo beat Fortuna.
True, but like you said, barometers.
Yeah, but it's like, cool. What, Ryan's gonna fight Javier?
I mean, he didn't look good in the Emmanuel to go fight. You're saying that,
right.
so maybe his team wants to regress him a bit without really regressing him in the eyes of a public,
But what I was getting to is, like, I don't know that you sell out Staples Center with Javier Fortuna. Actually, I do know, and I don't, but
it's Ryan Garcia though.
Don't see that. Yeah, I don't care.
Did he sell out against Emmanuel Tego?
Yeah, don't really care. And it wasn't, Staples holds 20,000. I think that was like 12. So, it's quite a difference there. Granted,
everybody texts me whether they boxing fans or not. They just know I watch boxing, so everybody started texting me like, Ryan Garcia fight this week, and they literally don't even watch boxing. But when Ryan fights, everybody hit me up. Yeah.
So
I like Ryan. And everybody else does as well.
Do you believe that he can sell out Staples?
I think he's gonna sell out wherever he fights it. Unless it's like obviously a humongous stadium.
No, we're talking like arenas, arenas, 20,000.
I think he's gonna sell out wherever his fan base so big, and I know they're gonna make the tickets affordable. He's not overpriced right now, like $1,000 for a ticket, or probably not even $400 for a ticket. So yeah, I think he's gonna be selling out for his entire career till he started losing.
Well,
that's what you think.
Any other new about?
He the new golden boy.
Do you think that that Ryan Garcia can do 20,000 in ticket sales in LA against Javier Fortuna, or do you think he needs another name, a former world champion?
He definitely ain't doing that versus Fortuna. That's not happening.
What about JoJo, who is from that area as well? You know,
with JoJo, I don't even know. I mean, they had like 7,000 in Vegas with JoJo and Devin, and that was a belt. There's no belt on the line for this.
That's true. That is true.
Very true.
And it's the Crypto.com arena now, not
the Staples Center.
Yeah. We got a few super chats.
Let's get to them, Bo.
We got Dr. Dazn with a 179 quid who said nothing, just showing us love. We had actually got to that one. But we got A Crown 79 with the 999 said, this is for the jukebox. Ness, hit that Wilder song for your boy one time.
Oh, man. What's up with you?
Thank you, Austin.
Another one. They don't want to see us win.
Additional $5, Crown.
All I need is one you. Overdose on you. All I need is one you. Overdose on you. All I need is one you. Overdose on you.
Kiss you, girl. Girl, you know I wanna kiss you, girl. TheBoxingVoice.com.
Have you bumped that in the vet yet?
Nah, I don't have that on my iTunes or nothing.
Understood.
I gotta wait for him to drop it with the iTunes, man.
Then we got S.A. Robs with the $10 super chat. Said, what's up, homies? Let's get that glove. Keep up the great shows. Glove emoji, explosion emoji.
You actually need 5 more for the glove, though.
We're going to still spin it. Spin it. Spin it. And he landed on 2 entries into the Benavidez glove raffle with the additional submission of $5.
Which we will be giving out that glove Saturday, right before his fight. We will be live calling all the action this Saturday. Me, Bo, Danny will be in the building. It's been a while since he's done a live fight chat. And then we'll also have a model in the building. Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah.
And then we got Tony Salgado with a $5 super chat. Said, what's good, TBV? Benavidez by 6-round KO. Let's get it. Let's get it. Then we got Dr. Dazn right back with 449 quid. Says, Haney will be undisputed. Several fire emojis.
Let's go. Yeah, Ryan Garcia did 14,500 in San Antonio against
versus who?
Emmanuel Tagoe in his last fight.
Well, there you go. But that's, I guess Fortuna has to be a bigger name than Tagoe.
And then you got to remember Ryan being from Victorville, which is a lot closer. You know, it's like an hour from LA, hour and a half from LA versus a 3-hour flight, 4-hour flight to San Antonio.
True.
So, I don't know. We shall see. I'm just interested to see.
I mean, how many did you say?
14,500.
Shit, bro. That is a lot for that name. He's on some tank shit.
A Crown came through with their $4.99
and
for the hat.
Jesus.
And Super Mix came in with the $1.99 and says, stop believing Victor Ortiz 2.0. He's all TBV cap.
Who?
Victor Ortiz 2.0.
Who's that?
The guy fighting on the card this weekend, Victor Ortiz, former Floyd Mayweather opponent, will be fighting against a guy like 19 and 17 or something
No,
like
I think that was a metaphor. Victor 2.0.
Oh, he talking about Ryan Garcia?
Probably.
What?
Say what?
Damn, Victor Ortiz does fight this weekend. I didn't even know.
That's why I immediately thought he was talking about Victor rather than...
Bro, the guy is 20-19-1.
Yeah, I remember looking at it.
Damn, that's what the fuck.
This? Yeah. Well, I'm going to send it to us. This is research. This is actually Marcos Maidana's son.
Fabian Maidana. No, not Fabian.
No, Fabian is like a cousin. This is Marcos Maidana's son. He might be the new...
We're going to get to watch it on the big screen right
here?
now?
Yeah, in just a second.
Oh,
a second. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Hold on, huh?
Yo.
Hold up. Pacquiao son.
That's
Look.
not what I was expecting.
I mean, this Maidana son.
Why can't I hear shit?
I got the same head.
Because I ain't trying to get flagged, man.
Oh, wow.
Look, Marcos Maidana won in La Planta. So he did a little duet with his son. He put that money into his son, bruh. They got 57,000 million views, bruh. Take it down.
Oh. 57,000 million. I feel it.
Damn, y'all ain't like it?
I mean, I ain't hear it, so what the fuck is there for me to like? I'm sorry, champ. I felt like that was a bit aggressive.
I don't even know what you're saying, bro.
I said I couldn't even hear shit, so what the fuck was there for me to like?
Oh, I mean, the fact that he's like doing something and, and you should just like it.
For what?
Because, like, he's doing something productive.
Good for him.
You're a bit of a hater today. You ain't even back your man Giovanni, who's from the Shah.
Windy City. I wonder how many times he fought at the
and guess what? He was also in Last OG Giovanni. Look him up. He out here acting, man, putting y'all on the map.
He out there with Cash Weezy.
Shout out to him.
We got S.A. Robs. He sent that additional $5 for the 2 entries into the David Benavidez glove raffle, and he said, "Thanks for the glove spin, Bo." And see Claudio with the $20 super chat. He says, "Now that I'm a member, all I need in my life is one of those dope intros for when I call in. Put me on Ness, Danny, and Bo."
You gotta hit up either Brandon or Dollar DiBiase.
Mm-hmm.
They both be in the chat, so either Brandon or Dollar can take care of you.
We're gonna give you a couple spins too.
Couple spins.
Unless you land on the glove or hat.
Hopefully you land on 2.
And you landed on 1 entry into the Yoelvis Gomez glove raffle. And then we got the infamous 199 super chat. It's from Rod in the 870.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, "Did El Nello file his appeal? I think he won, ?
See? He spent money to hate on Canelo rather than say Jamel won, or I don't know, Herring's fighting. I don't know who else is fighting this week. Steven Nelson. See what I'm saying?
Duke, Tiger Johnson.
So sad, bro.
David
so
Benavidez.
Did he congratulate Charlo? Did he even congratulate Charlo? Or was he talking about?
Why spend money to be a good guy when I could spend money to be a freaking hater? Hater. Hi, hater. Hi, hater. Who's this? What's next, Marv?
Next is the beautiful people on Blog Talk and Discord who would like to call in. Make sure to hit the Discord link it's in the bio. We'll drop it in the chat. We'll drop that Discord link in the chat for those of you who would like to join us on Discord. And that's the number to call on Blog Talk.
Is 1-425-569-5241. Dispensaries open. Call us up. We're taking orders.
Press
Call me now. Press numero uno. We're going out to Amin in Essex after these messages.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Yo, this is crazy, okay? Jesus Ramos didn't accept, I don't know that I did, but let's just imagine I sent him a collaboration. He accepted it from these twins, which is our interview. It's these amateur twins, they got to be no older than 13 or 10.
It's a big age difference.
Clipped our interview, posted it on their Instagram, tagged Jesus as a collaborator. He accepted, dropped a comment, and said, "Keep working."
It's okay. We do our thing too, know what I'm saying? It's all good.
No, they amateurs though.
It's all good.
They amateurs. So
oh
it wasn't
my
like
God.
Send it.
So it wasn't like
Virgil.
I'm gonna go.
It wasn't like
in the
keep
comments.
working.
I'm gonna go in the comments.
We got A Crown 79.
No. I'm gonna go
with
in
the
comments, and then I'ma
$49.99
say
super chat.
to tell them to give us the fucking credit.
No, they did. I think. Look,
Oh,
it
wow.
says it does. They put hashtag. They ain't tag us. Not that I see. But let me go ahead and get a screen share. So this is what they did. They got all these comments over here. Jesus gonna click it, and you see it says them Laura boys and Jesus. So he accepted the collaboration.
Shout out to him.
Luckily, this is us. See, this is why we have to brand. See?
The Boxing Boys. Damn, they blurred out the number?
No, that's Canada does that, but we got to tell Canada don't do that. I guess Canada does it because this is a re-upload of the interview that we've already done, and I guess he doesn't want anybody calling the number because it's not active at the time of the re-upload, but you should just always let people memorize the number.
Call me now.
You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy. So these guys are called Them Laura Boys. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah, they actually, I'm pretty sure
They're from City?
No, I'm pretty sure I don't know where they're from, but
City Boxing?
Pretty sure they've hit me up.
Word? And said what?
I don't know.
Look, they was getting at work with Miguel Berchelt.
See who to the left? Click left one time.
See, they was going to work with Miguel Berchelt. They gave him some rounds.
The young killer.
Oh, they getting at work with the killer.
I seen him jumping rope today. Amanazi.
Back to the floor.
Whoa.
Amanazi ain't no joke.
No, we visited Amanaza today. We went to his gym today. He was chopping it up with the Menaza and Jorge Capotillo's gym. Chileando.
You know
what I'm saying? They did. Oh, okay, little man.
Got some good feet.
Let me bring this up. Oh, what you saying,
Look at this
though?
guy.
What you saying? What you saying? What you saying, though?
Yeah, let me see, because I know I'm pretty
Who
sure.
frosting their hair like that, though, at an early age?
Man, that's them Laura boys, bro.
Laura boys. Look. Oh, they got some work with my man Mendoza. You don't want none of that La
That
Bomba.
Brian Mendoza.
Sorry, we late.
Got the J's
No,
on.
they know everybody. These little guys
With the different color shoelaces in the J's.
Look.
They ain't
Bertho,
playing.
they got some work with Bertho. Why they wearing the Danny edition Crocs?
Got the Crocs.
They out here crocking it up.
Yeah, shout out to them boys.
Yeah,
for the
them
Crockies.
boys. Them Laura boys. Yo, where's Felipe Boxing, bruv? That's Stockton?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not out here? Oh, they ready to drive. Man,
They
hit
got
them
Freddie
up.
Roach on there.
They out here right now.
Oscar Valdez.
Oh, they out here?
Yeah, I'm going to DM them
Hit
right
him
now.
up, man. Hit him up,
I
man.
was
Give
just
him a
on the
slot,
page.
man. Let
Yeah.
Danny, let Bo hit him because he got the sketch.
Nah, I got the sketch.
You ain't got the
I
sketch.
got it, champ.
Michael Buffer.
What?
Jorge Capotillo.
What? Ah!
Soundboard.
Yo, so they posted they was on the strip.
Damn, little nothing on the strip.
So
them Laura boys
yo,
at the girl collection
I replied,
and everything.
I said, pull up, hop on the show.
And what he said?
We gonna see.
You just said that right now?
Just now.
Come on, how you gonna tell him pull up right now? We about to end this.
Whoa. Hey,
the king is what I mean. Hey, the king is what I mean. Oh shit, somebody gotta unmute him. The only guy on Block Talk. All alone.
There we go.
What up?
OG, what up?
Hey, man, fellas, great show as always. I love what y'all was doing in the beginning, call it a month, you know what I'm saying? Next time I get on camera, I got to break out that hardware from 2017, man. It feels like eons ago, but you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for Brandon to get his hardware. That's been my long run call of the year. He going to get that, man. But on to today's show, man. Interesting topics. I'm definitely going with Jean Pascal. I don't care that he popped. You know what I'm saying? I don't care that he's questions, you know what I'm saying, about that. I believe that, outside of that, he still got the skill. Feng Long Ming, he ain't got that thing right now. So Pascal going to, put himself back in the picture. Now, what's this guy name? Benavidez and Lemieux. I'm trying to figure out how that would even be competitive, but, and I don't think it's no fault of Lemieux, but I'm just saying, like, I don't even know why the fuck he's even, I guess he was the only one that was willing to take the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I know he's going to go in there and try to give a good account for himself. But Benavidez, I don't think it is because he was looking, real good shape last time he was on the show. I would like to think that this could be pressure, but I also feel like this could be, more of an advertisement, even though the opponent ain't all that great. So I think, when you got guys like Tyson talking about Benavidez is the monster, he going to go in there and beat the shit out of Lemieux, and then the legend is going to grow. So this is going to be great marketing, although as hardcore, it's going to be like, what the fuck are we watching? Chantel Cameron, I'm curious about that one because I know she hasn't done anything since that fight, but I would like to see Mary McGee. Shout out to Mary McGee. I would like to see her get her rematch. I'm going to get Chantel Cameron, but of course Cameron's looking to do the unification with Callie Reese. So always got my eye on women's boxing. Shout out to Ellie Scottney. She's on that card as well. And Janet Beck, man, we see what he's going to do. I don't think Danny Diggum going to put up much of a fight, man. But, this is kind of a light weekend because we got the whole Tank Davis thing coming up. And I'm not sure if y'all talked about it, but did you mention the whole thing with Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields? Or
No, we did not. It was a postponement, right?
Yeah, well, going back from the Taylor fight, Marshall was supposed to be out here doing the presser, but according to whatever, she had the shoulder injury and she needed the surgery. All of it is very vague to me. I'm not saying it is or isn't true because it could be that she's trying to make sure her shit is all the way together, or it could be a little bit of duck sauce. I don't know, man. That's my call, though, man. I'm out, man. I'm about to go get high.
All right.
All right, man. Appreciate
Who's that on Discord?
We have El Terraplanista.
Okay, whoever that is.
He been going up in the chat recently.
They've called before.
In the Discord chat, he been like, you know what I'm saying? I know he bet on Rolly. He bet like $250 on Rolly.
No, I bet 1,000 on Rolly, bro.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that's Cuba.
Baby.
From Canada.
Baby. No, I'm here with your daily reminder, bro, that the takeover begins tomorrow with Joe Elvis Gomez. Cuba is going to take over pro boxing like they did in the amateurs, bro. In the amateur, we used to get 6 out of the 8 gold medals they got to give in boxing, bro. Now we're about to do the same thing in the pros, bro. We're about to take over every division, man. 154 is going to be Joe Elvis Gomez. 160 is going to be Iglesias. We're going to have Morella 168 on light heavyweight when he moves up. Bro, it's over.
Who you claim for 160?
Silver medals for the U.S. like they get in the Olympics every time, bro. Time to get second place, bro, because we're here. Game over, bro. Rolando's going to knock out Tank, bro. Easy peasy.
You going to call in after that fight no matter what happens?
Bro, absolutely, bro. Ness knows I will call in, bro. I'm not scared.
I like you. I've been seeing you in the Discord going up, and I like just people who engage. So I like you. I'm a fan of you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. But, bro, I'm telling you, put money on Rolly because this is a guaranteed win, bro. This is guaranteed.
What? On Rolly?
He put 1,000 on Rolly.
Put 1,000 on Rolly, bro. I told you, I ride or die with my Cubans, bro. And this is the easiest.
He screenshot. He sent it to the chat as well where he made the bet.
Hardcore.
Brother, you know this, bro. I don't know if you remember when you first got, you were doing the boxing voice. You remember when Donaire was fighting Brigandia, right?
Yeah.
I think you covered that. It was in Radio Music City Hall, and you went there with your camera, right? You were the first one who titled it. Oh, bro, I don't know, man. Brigandia is looking great in the pads. Looks like he's going to knock out Donaire. You're the one who titled the video of the pads of Brigandia looking sharp as heck on the pads, looking way better than Donaire. I'll tell you, it's the same right now. Bro, Rolly looks way stronger, way faster. Like, all the physical attributes go the way of Rolly, bro. He's going to wash Tank, bro. He's going to roll over Tank. It's going to be easy.
I can't wait to see if you're right.
Right, you know I'm right, bro.
No, I don't. Not on this. You're on your own with this one. But believe me, you will be alone if you get it right, too. So that's a good thing.
With a whole lot of money.
That's right. That's right, bro. I even parlay with Joe Elvis Gomez, with Joe Joyce, and even Craig Richards a little bit. So if Craig Richards and Romero wins, I even win even more money, bro.
Oh, wow.
Crazy stuff.
All right.
Well, brother, thanks for calling in. Look forward to hearing from you after the Rolly and Gervonta fight.
No problem, man. And watch out, Joelvis Gomez is gonna knock Coda out in first round knockout. That's the first prediction I'm getting right.
First round knockout.
You said first round?
Damn, let me see if there's a line for that.
Come on,
I mean,
bro.
I agree. I don't think that Coda is durable at all. You know what I mean? Like, I think he could get ran over, but, you know, the question is the Cuban going to start fast enough to do that?
Bro, of course, bro. Man, this is a new generation of Cubans, bro. We're coming way hungrier than before, man. Like, the Cubans coming up now, bro, like, I tell you, I see their interviews, they're completely different. They're way hungrier than Lara, way hungrier than Regan Diaz. They're coming to take over, man. You're gonna get all the silver play, all the WBC silver belts now. That's what you guys are gonna be fighting for. Like the UK, you're gonna be fighting for the British belts and stuff like that. But you won't be getting no world titles no more.
All right. Well, it starts with Saturday, right?
Exactly, bro.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't see a line for Yoelvis. You found one?
I don't see one either.
Nah, I've been found one, and it is
here it goes.
wide.
Here it goes. And what is he saying? First round? Let's see what first round is paying.
Plus 1,300.
Nah. First round for me is only plus 450. They know that's happening.
It's plus 13 on FanDuel, and it's plus 450 on, like you mentioned, on some others.
My bookie. Who next?
We got JP.
What up, JP?
FanDuel made a mistake.
FanDuel made a mistake.
I'm saying, making it 800 more.
Long Beach in the house.
Fellas, what's happening with it? What's good?
What up?
What's good, OG?
Man, how y'all doing? What up, Bo? How you, man?
Oh, well.
Danny, my
What's
brother,
good?
Swag
What up?
God, Ness, what's happening with you?
Chilling.
Yeah, man. I want to confirm. I want y'all to confirm for me, because I'm not sure whether it's been confirmed or not. Does Ryan Garcia's Instagram following translate to boxing? Because without having any kind of analytical information, I would say it doesn't. Those followers on Instagram are most likely 70% women, 60. A high percentage of them are women.
Bruh, did you not just hear that the man said Ryan sold 14,000 tickets in San Antonio? He's not even from San Antonio.
500, and I just want to throw
What
out
is you
there.
talking
I
about?
just want to throw out there. And this ain't me shitting, because I'm actually with you, JP. Before I pulled up the numbers, I'm like, bro, because he's talking about selling out Stapleton. I'm like, how? And then I'm like, bro, he did 14,500 in San Antonio,
a city he not from,
which was more than double what Charlo Castano did the first time around.
I mean,
and he not
do
from
we know
there.
that's a fact?
Is that a fact? Here you go. See, when haters want to hate, they just keep going, even when they was proven wrong. Like, do we know as a fact? No, we don't know as a fact. We know your assumption is fact. The fact that you assuming he ain't do well.
Okay, then fine. Let's say he did it. So what's the weight? What's the weight here? Because we still haven't seen him in with anybody formidable. So just because you got all these fucking followers and you got a Gatorade commercial, you still got to beat people.
But check
this
this
out. You
out.
can't be the golden.
But is he holding up the division? Is he holding up the division, or is he making his own lane? He on some Jake Paul shit. He fight Emmanuel to go. Nobody was trying to.
Motherfuckers want to make him Oscar because he got a nice little.
Ain't nobody said Oscar. I'm just saying he in his own lane.
I called
baby golden boy.
That was me that called him that, and I called him that because his following is all the women. He's selling out all the arenas that he fight in.
And he ain't even fighting nobody.
Yeah, like he just super duper popular. He got the look, he got the sponsorships, and he's super popular.
But he not holding up the division. He vacated his interim status. He don't hold up the division. When Bill Haney came on this show and said he was going to fight Emmanuel to go, dudes start clowning him. Ryan took a dude nobody wanted to fight and sold
Not
tickets.
only was Oscar a pretty boy, He fought every one of them motherfuckers. So,
but that's why this guy's not Oscar, man.
Put no crown on his head, man.
Ain't nobody got a crown on his head. Who ever talks about Ryan Garcia around his motherfucker?
Him getting a fucking Gatorade commercial is unfair to people who've been putting in that work,
man.
He profitable. People
he the
make
one
good
got
money
the
off of him.
following. He the one got the Gatorade don't want to fucking sign nobody ass fighter.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
So y'all in the crowning people. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. Let me holler at let me talk to Bill about Bill and Dev real quick. I just think it's the distractions. Typically, when you on the road, it's called home cooking. You don't accept no fucking food to your door. You don't do no room service. You make sure, even when we seen in the Fury Wilder fiasco, they was checking each other's water. Like if the water didn't come straight from your trainer hand, we ain't drinking it. So that's what the same thing's going on here. We gonna have all the distractions in the world. But here's the thing. I'm picking Kambosos whether Bill was there or not. I think Kambosos got fast hands. He's more athletic than we think. And all we've done is say Tio had an off night rather than that man beat fucking Tio. I don't like that narrative. That man deserves all the credit he got. And he beat T.O. off night, bad game plan, whatever you want to call it. So that's how I'm taking it.
So you picking Kambosos?
Absolutely. And I won't bet.
You a true hater.
He said, I won't bet.
You a true hater, man.
And I'm betting. Oh, shit, I'll just get my money then.
You said you will bet. You will bet.
Cheater.
Absolutely.
I want to hear, Ness, you want to take that bet?
I'm taking no bet with him.
It ain't hating. I love the kid. I love him.
I like when people bet.
I truly believe this is that trap fight, similar to Mayweather Castillo, Broner Maidana. It's the hot blue chip prospect versus the old.
How the fuck are you calling a world champion a prospect, bro? This is an undisputed fight.
Let's call him a blue chip. He's a champion, but he's still a blue chip. Very young. Very young. Going against a more grizzled guy who's gotten no acclaim. For nothing, he's had to earn every single thing he's gotten. And those are the type of guys I like. That's my call.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
So
Please.
We're supposed to give somebody, he's supposed to have got this acclaim from, his 3 big split decision wins that he got in his fucking career. Like, what are you talking about?
No, a win's a win.
Right, but you acting like
he got a split decision win
bro,
over Canelo.
Did he or did he not get his due credit after beating Tio? He became a star.
No, he didn't. All y'all been saying is fucking Tio had an off night and a bad game plan.
That's how
he didn't get his credit.
That's how I know you. At least for me, you can't be talking about me because I picked George to win the fight. So you can't be talking about me.
But the narrative out there is Tio came out super aggressive and shot his load and had a bad game plan. Hey man, I don't give a shit about none of that. He lost the fight. Cut it.
And I just want to throw it out there that Devin is so blue chip. He's so what he called George whatever he said. But saying that he's very young and he's a blue chip and but he has more professional not just fights but rounds boxed than George Kambosos. And everybody likes to run this Devin Haney pillow fisted narrative, but yet his knockout percentage is higher than George Kambosos. But what'd you say, Ness? It's the haters. Who we got next?
We got Jay Benitez.
What up?
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
And it's not going the distance. Either he'll wave the white flag or I'll wave the for him.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
A lot of you live believable lives.
It's easy to sit in those seats. It ain't easy to stand up here. Remember that.
Matter of fact, when I smacked his brother in this gym right here, he didn't do anything. All he did was stand there like a big fat pussy.
In your mind, how does that fight go?
With me getting my hand raised.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, Nez, Rainwall, Bo, man, how y'all fellas doing, man?
Oh, well.
Man, yeah, it's a hell of a cast of characters back here from the back call verse, man. JP wilding like a motherfucker, man. Like, yo, I'm betting on Devin, man. I mean, blue chip, you said all the points I was thinking about Ring Walk, man. That's why you're such a great asset to the show, man. I ain't got nothing to say to you. I ain't got nothing to ever say bad about you, man, except being a White Sox fan. That's it. Other than that, man, I got no hate for you.
Man, who your team, man?
Man, shit, man. You know, I'm a Royals fan, actually, man.
Okay. Didn't we, so you just shitty that we beat y'all this series? Okay, it's all right, bro. Hold your head. It's okay. It is what it is, bro. We all can't be great. We all can't be Devin Haney.
What you
get what I'm saying? Like we all can't be that. It's
what you
all
think
right.
about the dude pick and roll, James? I seen he been on the back call lately. What you think about him?
You know how, man, look, you know how I feel about Tank, man. You know, I'm just ready for Tank to lose, man. So if Rolly happened to be the one to do it, he's the perfect villain, man. You know, I don't care if Tank is sick or whatever the fuck happened before a fight. If he lose, he lose.
Wow.
I'm still mad that Tank avoided that fight at 126 with goddamn G Russell. But you know me, man. You know I'm standing on that. But other than that, hey, Bo, how you doing out there, man? How that Vegas life treating you, man? Because you know I'm over here changing, man. You know I'm thinking about damn, you know, settling down, giving up these hoes, all this other shit, man.
For the first time in my life, I miss going on a date. I just want to go on a date, you know what I'm saying? Have some food and have a drink. But I hadn't had that opportunity just yet. And hopefully soon I'll be able to get just one opportunity to do something like that. I never thought about nothing. Like, I ain't never cared about a date in my life. But, you know, get out here and you work a lot. You just want to, know what I'm saying, take a little moment of a break anyway, or something like a break. But that's it.
That's what's up.
Just a date. Just a date.
That's what's up, man. You know, in your free time, you should just go ahead and plan the whole day be a date, man. Like pre-cook her a breakfast or dinner, prep some meals for her.
Oh, that's work again. Hey, I said no work. Like I said a break. I mean, not work.
Well, shit. You know, they got cooking services or whatever, man. You can some subscriptions or whatever, order some shit like that. You making the dough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can make a big play.
Understood.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? But other than that, man, you know, I hope David Lemieux, man, last 1 to 6 rounds, man. I hope he actually just comes and actually just, you know, scratches David Benavidez. Other than that, it's probably going to be a stoppage, probably about, I hope in like round 8, so I can actually win some money on a bet that I made. Other than that, man, I love the show. Keep on doing what you do, Ness, man. I love how it's growing all the time. You know, I may not agree with everything you say, but shit, man, you're probably the best thing on the internet, man. So I'm out.
Appreciate you, champ. Looks like we got another caller on Blog Talk. Who is the...
Definitely appreciate
Stockton.
The love and support.
Go
James.
for it.
Stockton, is that the Laura brothers?
Uh-oh.
Calling from Girl Collection.
Who this?
What's up, TVB?
Who this?
What's up, TVB? What up, TVB?
What up? Who is this?
This is Rick from Stockton.
Rick, what up?
Nah, just calling in, man. I don't know what's all this BS with Dale Haney not being able to go to Australia. So I think it's all set up for Haney to lose. I think that's what's going to be happening. And Benavidez in around 6 to 8 rounds, he should be able to take out Lemieux. So that's pretty much it. I'll let you guys go. TVB for life.
Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Thank you, bro.
Shout out to you, champ.
Mr. PBC.
Mr. PBC, baby.
I'm gonna make one leg.
Hey, Daddy.
I'm gonna make one leg.
This is dog.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God.
Hey, Daddy. This is dog.
Mr. PBC.
Yo.
PBC.
Nah.
Sound like shit. Yo.
Keep going.
He dropped off.
That's GTO, Instagram and Twitter.
We got to get to the $50 super chat that A-Crown 79 cent.
And Young Jeezy.
What a better way to end the show.
Trying to take it easy.
You a few spins
Potentially
here,
up to 5 spins. Hopefully not 5.
Because only way to go.
Baddie of the day.
Dan, did you pick one?
Which we've already done. So we'll have
I got one for y'all. I got one for y'all.
Nah, it was. I can say the name, but
I got one for them.
Let's see what Ness pull up.
Baddie of the day in Baddie in Boxing. Bam. She's gonna be a guest on a show Sunday.
Oh wow.
She'll be on the show this Sunday.
Is she American?
She's American.
Okay.
She's an amateur. The more we do amateurs, the more and more amateurs reach out. Bo scheduled her for Sunday because, I don't know, he said she looks good. And we don't have girls on Sunday, so we needed to freshen up the air.
She better tell by my spirit and energy that I don't really be going down.
Oh, look at her right there landing punches, though.
That's that Bones Adams, right?
Is this Bones Adams? She a dog. Left hooky. But I don't like that she walking forward right there. Like, look, you see how she's cutting the distance? Like, I mean, I guess she still landed, so she got to do what she got to do. But it went from boxing to, ooh, that counter was sweet, though.
Sounded good, too.
That counter was sweet, though. Watch. Look. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. She parried. Look. Damn. So, yeah, this is going to be the baddie of the day. I say that. This was fight week. She just came through a tournament. Look at Blair the Flair. You see Blair. Ohio runs boxing. All our peoples. Don't be behind your face, Bo. I know you in there, too, if I go through her likes.
You'll never see me in nowhere like that.
Lies, rumors,
and
Have
lies.
crackheads said that they don't have enough money for crack? No. They still go out and get it. Do the same with your dreams.
That was good.
That's hilarious.
That was good.
Yo, hilarious. And she's got a YouTube channel, 23,000 subs. She does hella shorts, all shorts. She doing her thing, really promoting herself. And one of these is like titled like World's Sexiest Boxer. I don't know where it's at, but you know, she knows how to market. Oh, there it goes, the sexiest fighter.
And if pole dances are
Oh, wow.
oh, that's your type, Danny?
Nah, the first thing I heard was pole dances. I'm like, oh, wow. We do have to give A Crown 4 more spins, potentially up to 4 more.
She'll be on the show Sunday. Stop DMing me. She'll be on the show Sunday. Stop it.
Another entry for you into the
Akim
Barak t-shirt raffle.
Let's go.
An entry into the Yo Elvis glove.
Yo Elvis.
That's 2 entries. That's
two entries into the Yo Elvis glove. So we still have one more spin for you. Hopefully we get 2 for David. 2 for David. Stop.
Oh.
Where did it land, Austin?
Austin, use your mic, Austin.
It's on. I apologize. It's on the shirt.
The good thing is the shirt raffle about to be done right after we get done with Supermax's super chat.
Supermax's super chat.
And
What do you got to that?
Supermax had to say with the $2 super chat.
Haterade.
9 years ago in San Antonio, Canelo Trout did in 39,000.
He's trying to compare Canelo to Ryan.
That was not the same. But yeah, I mean, I still think 14,000, given the venue that only held several more than that, you know, to me that's pretty good.
Alrighty then. My name is Nestor Gibbs on TikTok. Call me Nestor Gibbs on YouTube.com/Nestor Gibbs for my latest project. It's going to be dropping May 24th. The countdown is there. We're 5 days away from my first episode of my new podcast where I'm not going to be talking boxing and I'll be just, I don't know exactly, but my first episode was with a smoking hot supermodel that shoots guns and has fast Porsche cars and just, you know, has a lot going on, you know, multi-talented. Jamie Villamore is on my first episode. That drops. It's going to premiere May 24th. I'll be live in the premiere, commenting along and, you know, expecting your feedback, both constructively and hatefully. I know that's going to come. What do you got?
Don't speak that hate into
Let's go. Look at Danny. He mad. He thought he was going to grab this that says what is that? Supremacy?
Supermax.
Oh.
Supermax.
All right.
And which is that for?
Now I see what Danny talking about.
You see
Supermax,
what I mean?
congratulations. You just won a TBV shirt through the raffle. And I already got your address because I just sent you like a hoodie or maybe a t-shirt or maybe a hat. I don't even remember, but I sent it, and you should have it. If not today,
should have
soon.
Supermax getting all the shit, huh?
Supermax.
The same people who super chat, the same
Yeah,
people who keep winning.
Supermax with a $5 super chat. He says, "How it's not? That was the same venue. Canelo was 22. Ryan is 23. Don't tell me it's not comparable. I didn't know the Ryan Garcia and Emmanuel to-go fight was a."
He said at the Aladome.
But Ryan did not fight at the Aladome. He fought at the AT&T. Oh, it was the Aladome. Damn.
Oh, look, this guy.
Well, it was COVID reasons, though. No, I'm fucking.
Yo, are we done? Who's next?
Wasn't
Who
a
next?
fight. We out.
Who next?
Catch us in the morning.
We
Not
done?
comparable.
We done, bro?
Not comparable.
Bro, we done.
Appreciate the
We done?
$5.
We out.